Good evening, Joselito. Today I'm going to try to explain a little bit about The Last of the Mohicans, a book of James Fenimore Cooper. It was published in 1826, and first of all, I'm gonna try to explain the introduction of the work. The introduction talks about the Indians that lived in North America, and it says that the Indians were a people that in war were so strong, but when they were in times of peace, they were so kind, and they were a people of character. And the introduction talks about the origins of these people, and talk about their ideas and about their language. And we can see the change of the title of the book, and we can see a lot of variety to refer to the Mohicans, and the Mohican was the owners of the country, of the place, before the arrival of the European people. They were dispossessed of the place, and they disappeared. The introduction describes a little bit about the scenario of the history. About the history, I can say that near to the Hudson River and the lakes, there was a lot of battles, a lot of fights between French and British to get the colonies. So in the third year of war between British and French, the British had information that Montcalm was coming to the Champlain with a huge army. It was an Indian that brought this information. So there were two forts with the British: the Fort William, that was weak to fight against the French, and the Fort Edward, that was very strong to fight against the French. And the commander ordered that 1,500 warriors went to the Fort William. The crowd was looking to the army, but there was a man that was very different, and he didn't pay attention to the army. They used very different clothes, a lot of things. He was very strange. Then appeared the Indian that gave the information of the beginning of this history, and some woman is carried with the Indian. The army official said to the woman that the Indian was the messenger of the army, and he was a man that don't trust. And the Indian was taking them to a shortcut. Duncan invited the woman to go with them, but they don't want. But then they decide to go, and they were talking all the way. Then Hayward and the woman entered the forest, and the others went to another place. It was possible to see two men talking in the margin of the river. The man looked like to be afraid of some enemy or to be waiting for something or someone. They were talking about tradition, about their grandparents. The white man said to the Indian that he was not a genuine white, and he really disapproved some behaviors of his people. The white man asks to the Indian how the ancestors met for the first time. The Indian told the history of his ancestors and what the Mohicans did before the British come to the country. Everybody of the family of the Indian died, and his son was the last of the Mohicans. The Indian said that he saw a lot of enemies in the forest, and in the forest the boy get a hunt. Then the Indian said to the white man that white man was coming.